We are live here at the Arsenal Reserve. What's up, Flock? How you doing?
Hey.
I'm one of those people who's been coming to this place for quite some time, and I will tell you that Shelby is an amazing hostess. And here come the Firebirds. Here come the birds themselves. The guys who are in town. Exciting. All right, we are here. It is time for Flock U, and of course, we didn't do it last week because somebody was out of town. For once, somebody decided to take 15 seconds off, and I got to tell you, my life was not as good.
You called that off?
For you,
that wasn't off. I mean, that was just in a different location.
For you, that was off. But that's as close to off as you get, especially like. But here he is, everybody, the head coach, the general manager of your Albany Firebirds, Damon Ware, everybody. They're all hugging players. Look at them all hugging up. Look at my kid working. Look at that.
No, this is a heck of a day.
This is when you know that I'm underemployed. My kid thinks she needs a part-time job to help pay the bills. That's what she's trying to get hired by Shelby over here at Arsenal Reserve.
There you go. Hey, whatever works.
Plenty of time to get over here if you want. 50-cent wing night going on right now at Arsenal Reserve. I've never fallen in love so quickly before. Any woman who cheers for 50-cent wings is my kind of woman. You didn't have to laugh that hard, Tommy Gratz. I told you, Coach, this is going to be a night. I told you. I was ready.
Let's go. I'm going on about 2 hours of sleep, so let's rev this thing up.
All right. So how are you? Because again, I haven't seen you, but we've been talking. You like I jokingly said you've been off, but you've been working. We've been back and forth. We had to FaceTime call because you weren't somewhere that the actual phone worked.
Yep.
But how are you? How have you been spending the bye week?
It wasn't much of a bye week, as everybody know. My father-in-law had passed, so
very sorry.
Went to the Philippines, obviously, for the funeral. So a lot of family time, a lot of emotion, sorrow, but good things. It was just to get everybody together. It's sometimes sad that it takes a death to get everybody together in the same room, but that's also the beautiful thing as well is. Everybody was, a lot of the people were there, a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. And we were able to celebrate, my father-in-law's life and just what a great man he is. He's again, I aspire to be just like him. I mean, that's, a guy that's been with his family was married for 60 something years and just did a great job of just being a man and being a family man. So going to sadly miss him, but it's back to football and it's time for the playoffs.
It's one of those things I've said. The easy measure of a great life is how short the time between tears and laughter is. Like when you're telling that story and you're like, "Hey, I love this guy. He was a special dude," and everybody starts laughing about the great things they did. So to you and to Nani, I know the entire flock and the Firebirds and everybody. We're all sorry for your loss, but to have somebody that great mark you guys and we appreciate it. So
definitely.
So we appreciate you. All right. So the bye week itself for the players, everybody else, the coaches, what have they been doing during this time? And I see Ray's over here. I love Ray. Like, give it up for Coach Ray, everybody. Come on. Personal security of head coach, general manager Damon Ware. Ray.
Well, the point of a bye week is really to get away from football for a little bit, and especially this time of the season for us is. Just one of the guys just to not do anything football related other than some minor just stay in shape type things. No need to think about it. No need to do any work on it. It's just something where you need that time to recharge. We've got a 2-game stretch to be champions again. And so right now it's just focusing on just recovery, getting everybody as close to healthy as we possibly can. The rest of the details we'll be able to get to, again, as we get back to work on Sunday.
All right, so the bye week goes wrong. And by the way, everyone, Nani says hello, so make sure we do our hello for Nani. Guys, hello to Nani. Let's go. Come on now. I'm not gonna make her mad. Okay, you all better say you better say hello. I mean, how dare you? A lot of high Nanis in the chat. I love that. All right, so the bye week is a chance to get away. I see some of the guys are here. They look just as dialed in as normal, except for that they're asleep. But it's okay. We love you guys. I see DT over there. He's giving me crap. It's Prince's birthday today. Happy birthday to Prince.
Happy birthday. Absolutely. We got a lot of July birthdays.
Yeah.
This means there's a lot of high intense emotions on this team. So it's
What?
And it makes sense because we've had a heck of a season and a whole lot of crazy injuries and things that have happened. This has been a very wild season, something that you can't really prepare for. But still, we got a great group of kids and we've got a 2-game stretch and we can still win it all. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely, that's what it's all. Yeah, it's all about getting there and getting that W. I'm waiting for the Mike Corda text tweet of congratulations to Nashville for going, 1-2 against us or whatever, which is that's the dream. Obviously, you guys can't look ahead, but let's talk about that as we do this bye week, as we prepare for the rest of the season. What are you guys working on? Like, I know there's never really a bye week. What are you working? Because you don't even really know who we're going to see next on August 1st. Oh, you did. Coach learned how to use the AI camera, so he just made it focus on him and leave everybody else out of the picture. That's what he just. And I think if you do this, it should zoom. Yeah, it'll zoom it. There you go. Just right on. There it goes.
I love this. This is a lot of fun.
I'm fine with it. There you go. So everybody who's watching online is gonna see it's the Coach Wear Cam. What do you guys do? How do you get ready for a team when you don't know who the team is going to be?
I mean, at this point in the season, you kind of have an idea. I think, it's we met as coaching staff today. The only one that really needs a little bit of time is going to be Minnesota. We played them in the first game. They've changed a lot from the beginning to now. So Minnesota's obviously, we'll spend some time on Minnesota tomorrow. We'll be in the office bright and early. We'll get dialed in on Minnesota just because there's a possibility that could be our opponent, obviously. So it's never fun just not knowing the opponent because you can't really truly prepare. We'll really get a bunch of the analytics, a bunch of the basic stuff done for all of the teams that are in the playoffs, but then we'll kind of hone in a little bit more on the ones that we think are a possibility to play. But, football is a crazy thing. It could be, any given Saturday, obviously. So, like I said, I do have my ideas on who I think that it might be. But so we'll spend some time a little bit on everybody. But Minnesota's one that we just haven't faced in a long time. So there's definitely some work to be had.
All right. So now I'm going to try and put the camera back where it was. There's Ray, by the way. Everybody who's watching online. There's Coach Ray. Everybody, it literally will not let you go now. You have trained it that it is the Coach Ware show, and I'm not mad at it at all. I love that you've learned to use the tech better than I have. By the way, I'm going to bill you for the camera now that you're better at it than I am.
No problem. I got you.
All right. So any concerns? I always love this, and I know he hates it. Darren Townsend and I, the first time we ever. Oh, here goes Prince. Happy birthday, Prince! Happy birthday! When you say something like Minnesota is that team, whatever, and then that Michigan's watching this, and they're like, "Listen, we beat you once, and we've given you a tussle another time." Are you ever worried about them interpreting it as bulletin board material, whether it is or it isn't?
Again, if you're looking for bulletin board material at this point in the season, you probably got bigger fish to fry. I said Minnesota only because we haven't faced them for the first game. We faced Michigan twice. We've got more film that's more up to date on them, more information, let's say, on the current situation, the current team. So, like I said, we have to prepare for everybody, and that's the only bad part about having these bye weeks is it really comes down to we have a game on Saturday and a game on Sunday, and that will determine what we can do. And so you've got to put in some work on all of them just because it's going to be a quick dash. Once you know who it's going to be, then you've got to finish, obviously, outlining the game planning and get the stuff together for the guys. So it's never fun having, 6 teams that you can basically pick from, or 4, just joking, but 4 teams that we could potentially face, and it just depends on seeding everything else. So, like I said, the part is Minnesota's hosting Washington, so you have the 3 versus 6 matchup. Minnesota's done a great job in the second half of the season. They've, the Beaumont game was incredible. I was able to watch that while I was gone. an incredible game, incredible finish. Them pulling it out, like I said, Beaumont played a great game and looked like they were going to put themselves in the playoffs. And like I said, this is what arena football is all about. As they say, the ball never dies. And again, eventually the game is only over by the last whistle. So that was a great game. So 3-6 is, like I said, depending on who wins that game, depends on where they go next. Obviously, the other matchup being Michigan and Kentucky.
Kentucky at Michigan because of arena availability. I've seen people ask, why is that the way it is? When in the world of arena football, you need that first word.
Right.
Arena.
And that's, like I said, it's so easy. A lot of people, say all these comments, but it really does. It depends what events are going on in your arena. It's, hell, last year we had to play the championship game on a Sunday, if I remember correctly. It's because the arena wasn't available on a Saturday. So those things are challenges when you're not the main attraction in a large arena that's managed by a national company. It's you got to get where you can fit in, and that's really what happens. And so I never worry about those things. It's just finding out, hey, what time, what's the day, and what's the opponent, and we'll figure out the rest from there. So hopefully coming out of the bye, hopefully we'll get a Saturday game. Obviously, so that we'll obviously have that here at home, the Saturday game.
We do. It's going to be Saturday, August 1st, 4 p.m. kick. We know that. We just don't know who we're playing. So we have that for you. That much I can tell you. I don't know who you're hosting. Let me ask you this question. Paul just made this comment on the Facebook page. By the way, don't forget that you can watch Flock University on YouTube and Facebook, but the best place would be right now at the Arsenal Reserve. Paul says, let's hope for Michigan to win against Nashville. Then we will get to host the championship in Albany. I've heard you say a lot of times you love the road trips because it's a bonding experience. Obviously, you'd love to host, but how great would it be to host when we're the 2 seed and most everybody who knows, I'm air quoting for those who are listening, everyone who knows football thinks that it's going to be Albany at Nashville now. How great would it be if it worked out where Albany did host the Crown?
So you started the show by talking about bulletin board material, and then you want to give me a question that if I answered this, then I'm probably but anyway, we can doesn't matter at this point of the season.
It's called content, Coach. It's called content.
This is media guy 101. I got you. But no, at this point of the season,
some people play, some people talk. That's what I do.
At this point of the season, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, home field advantage is nice. Absolutely. Would we love to host the game here in Albany? Absolutely. It's not even a question. Is that really a question? Yes. We'd love to wake up in our own beds, have our own routine, do all those things. But at this point, really, we have a 2-game sprint. We want to win 2 football games. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we care about. So whether that's at home, whether that's on the road, it really doesn't matter at this point. It's win or go home. We're happy to be the number 2 seed. Would we like to have been number 1? Of course. But at the end of the day, how many people would not want to be the 1st or 2nd seed at this point of any season across the country?
Just heard from Mike Porta. So it is official. If the Crown is in Albany, it will be on August 9th. It will be a Sunday game. So for our guys who ball out on Saturdays and think about playing on Sundays, hey, if everything falls the way it's supposed to fall and you win on August 1st, you can play on Sunday, which is beautiful. That's the way you want it. That's the way it's got to be. It's also my kid's birthday. So, I might be busy, just so we're clear. I might not be around. She's fine.
You cover a couple bills, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
I took her to Morton's. She good. We good. We covered just in case. I let you know me. I plan ahead.
This is nice.
Oh, I love Morton's. All right, so we talked about the Wolfpack at the Monsters, kind of the ramifications of that game. But let's talk about the game itself. Yeah. Minnesota, like I know that you say this stuff doesn't matter, and that's as the coach, but as the fan of the game. Minnesota's narrative is if they were able to win this thing, they've won 3 championships 3 years in a row in 3 different leagues. As a coach,
it'd be 2 and 2 different, but still,
is it 2 and 2 different?
Yeah,
I thought they won
in the TAL both years.
Oh, okay.
So it would be, but what a great storyline to
Hey, calm down, Ray. Ray stink eyeing me over here. I don't appreciate it, Ray.
But you got to think would that be a special thing? Is that your organization went through another league and won it twice and then came to a new league and won it? That's an incredible story. So as a fan, would that be an incredible story for the fans in Minnesota? 1,000%.
All right. When you look at that game itself, Washington's defense has come a long way. I know that we like to pick on Coach Wells. He has made himself that kind of guy. He's a friend of ours. We pick on him because we like him. He as a guy who I've seen kind of mentor him in meetings and talk to him and answer his questions. How do you feel about the job he's done this year with this Washington Wolfpack?
Getting to the playoffs is special, and so just the fact that he was able to guide the team, and now he's into the big dance. That's got to be a great feeling, not just for him but for the whole organization, from the ownership on down. It's to go through some of the hardships they've gone through over the last couple of years, and culminating into this moment where they're actually in the playoffs here in 2026. I think it's a great story of resiliency from an organization. Like I said, at the end of the day, last year, I think we scored 92 points on them, and this year they're going to the playoffs. So how cool of a moment is that? So, congratulations, Coach Wells. Again, I will obviously be watching the game.
All right. So did you have a lean on this game? I know you mentioned that's the team we haven't seen the longest in Minnesota, so it's a team you have to prep the most for. Do you have a lean on how you see this thing playing out when you see the skill set of both teams?
I think all the games are going to be good, and that's what you want in your league is that all the playoff games are going to be solid matchups. They're going to be good. They're going to be good for the fans. They're going to be well attended. All those things. So I think this has a chance to be a really, really good football game. Watching Minnesota and watching what Beaumont was able to do with coming in with that chip on their shoulder and having that edge. Obviously, Washington needs to go into Minnesota with that same. It's win or go home. So you got to have that chip on your shoulder. You got to go in there and believe in yourself. You got to go in there, obviously, with a great game plan. But I think this game could be a very interesting game. Washington's come a long way over the course of the season. They're in the playoffs. Minnesota, this is their first year in the league, and they're in the playoffs as well, hosting. They've had a very, very good, solid season. So all these things kind of play into a very good, fun matchup. If somebody said I had to make a prediction, I'm going to predict that Minnesota was to move on, and that's no disrespect to Washington or their coaching staff or their organization.
It's 3-6.
It's just again, I think just Minnesota's been a little bit more consistent. Their defensive front is very good. They get after the quarterbacks, and again, they've got some really good defensive back play as well. So there's a lot of things I think are going to be really good, obviously, for Minnesota. And they're at home, and it's for the playoffs. It's really hard to get on the road and travel cross country and get ready to play a game, be the most hated person in the building, and pull it out. It's tough. The playoffs are just that much more intense. They're that much more pressure on you. So, like I said, I'm going to give the side edge to Minnesota. If Minnesota was able to win the game, then we know pretty easily that that's the opponent that we'd face the following week. And so we haven't seen them since week number 1. So I just think that's an interesting matchup. Not any matchup that anybody who wins would be a good matchup for Albany. But like I said, that would be an interesting matchup, having them come back here for the second time. We haven't seen them in a long time. I think that would be a fun matchup as well. So we're going to see what happens, but could Washington pull this out? Sure, they could. It's I will not put it past them. Again, if they come up with a chip on their shoulder with a good game plan, if their guys are healthy, at the end of the day, obviously, any given Saturday that they could pull out a game and win as well. If they were to win, being the 6th seed, then that would obviously be, if Nashville was to win, that would be, Nashville's got to buy it. That would
right. They would be going to Nashville. We would get the winner of whoever wins on Saturday. We'll get to that game in a second. We're live at the Arsenal Reserve here in Watervliet. We kind of did it backwards because you mentioned Minnesota first. That's partially on me. 50-cent wing night. The guys are starting to enjoy some wings over here. Come by. You can eat with the Firebirds, the reigning, defending Arena Crown champions. Coach, let's do that. Let's talk about this Kentucky-Michigan game, which is 4:00 on Saturday. I think the number one thing that as a fan / guy working with the team in the league, these teams are so much better this year. Like from one to literally from 1 all the way down, they're all better teams. Everybody could win on any given Saturday, but these playoff teams, you just said it, like Washington could very much win in Minnesota. This one could do this. This one could do. This game is very interesting because Michigan's kind of taken that victory over Albany, used it for the momentum and the springboard forward. And meanwhile, Kentucky's had crazy stuff go on. We're not the Kentucky Barrels show. We're Block University, so we're not getting all that. But there's a chance that this is the Kentucky team from earlier in the season that was extremely talented. When you look at Kentucky versus Michigan, what do you see?
Very interesting matchup with a lot of the developments and a lot of guys coming back. I think that's the most intriguing. I think it's also the hardest to prepare for. So what Coach Lyota and Michigan needs to do is they've got to figure out a lot of different scenarios of personnel and who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, and kind of figure out their game plan from there. So I think that's pretty tough to do when you don't exactly know what you're going to face. But again, there is plenty of film of those guys playing early in the season, but they were playing some really good football back when all of those guys were going. So I know there'll be a little bit of change at quarterback. Obviously, their quarterback Overstreet went to the CFL. Again, another huge pat on the back for just the talent that we have in our league. So obviously, there'll be a little bit of change at the quarterback spot. I can't remember who I saw in the transactions that they brought in, but at the end of the day, it will be a little bit of a different football team. So it's going to be one of those games where there's just a lot riding. There'll be a lot of changes. There'll be a lot that coaches are going to have to do on the fly. There'll be a lot of adjusting at halftime. So this would be a really interesting game. But if Kentucky could bring back a majority of those guys and get after it, obviously they were a really good football team. When we faced them early in the season, they were undefeated at that time. So it's not that far removed of them being a really, really good football team. I think Coach Walker can right the ship. Obviously, a guy that's been there, done it, and very experienced at this. So I think that's going to be a real interesting matchup. On the other side, though, Michigan, like I said, they played us really, really tough. What Coach Lyota's done there, building a new franchise is wonderful. I sometimes think that just because teams are new, like we act like that automatically makes them not be good. I think that's always a misconception, especially when you bring in, veteran players. They have a veteran quarterback. So you're not a typical new football team where it's all rookies. You've got some rookies, but you've got some veterans as well. Daniel Williams has been around and, was here for a short time. You've got, Malik. So there's plenty of good athletes on the football team. So yeah, it's not a traditional, just brand new football team of a bunch of new people. So, but definitely they've took, again, they've gone on a pretty good little run. As they started to get really, really tough and by midseason and they've done a great job of winning the games they needed to win to put themselves in that number 5 spot. So again, are they dangerous? Absolutely. They've got on a run. They've got a coach that's coached inside for several years. So there's a lot of cool little storylines again in that game as well. But if I had to, place a wager on this game, I'm going to give Michigan the slight edge just because their team is put together. They've got, they've built that camaraderie, that little bit more culture. Kentucky's going to have to rekindle the culture they had earlier in the season and then get ready for a big moment in a big game. And I think that's pretty tough to do. But like I said, I believe Coach Walker is a great guy to get that done. But I think it's going to be a very close game. But I would give the slight edge to Michigan.
All right. Let me ask you this. When you are preparing, for a team and you see, Coach Walker and a list of superstars that haven't made it all together consistently through the year, or you see Coach Lyota and a group of guys who have bought into what he is building and are playing very well, especially towards the stretch, who's I don't want to say scarier because obviously we're the Firebirds. You're not scared of anything. Who's the opponent that would make you sweat a hair more than the other opponent?
I mean, of course, it's going to be a team that's been there, done that longer. So I would give that slight edge to Michigan just because they've really built something together, and through the course of the year, they've truly built it, from the ground up. They brought in a team of a bunch of people from all over the place, built it, and by mid-season, they were playing some really good football. So you got to, tip your hat, obviously, to Coach Lyota of just getting those guys to this moment where they're playing some really good football down the stretch, and ultimately they're in the playoffs. So I would give that slight more to worry about with Michigan.
All right. Now that I've put you in the most uncomfortable places I could possibly put you with this whole thing because it's fun for me.
I know this.
We are live here at the Arsenal Reserve. Remember, 50-cent wings on Wednesdays. Definitely the place you want to come by and check out. Shelby and the crew are doing a great job making the guys feel welcome, making the flock feel welcome. We talked about the bye week. I know that we normally do the questions from the flock at the end. but I have seen it's almost like one of those things where they think I'm not answering it because I'm hiding from it. I don't answer it because I don't know the answer to it. Let's talk quarterback. What's going on? How are we doing? I've seen a lot of people, and it's funny because people are turning it into I really want to see this guy, or I want to see that guy. And I know that's not what's happening in any way, shape, or form. So I will shut the bleep up, and you say what you need to say about the quarterback situation with the Albany Firefights.
I mean, the whole point is this, and this is, we talk about this every year of it's always next man up. It's always the Firebirds, and it's always us. It's we. It's something that I believe in wholeheartedly. It's not one person. It's all of us that make us special. Whoever.
Hold on. What is Prince doing? Did you guys see that? Prince just did. I didn't know what was happening at first. So DT needed the tongs, and Prince wanted to get in for it, but he's eating wings, so he didn't want to be rude about it. So he was able to grab the tongs with his wrists and deliver them.
I like that.
That was good over Prince.
I like
teammate stuff right there. That's teammate stuff right there. And then Reese is over here like, I have clean tongues. Like I can help. Like I'm here for you guys.
Hey, that's respectful because
I looked up and I saw this. It was like a game show. It was like, how do we? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm the type person. Yeah, somebody grabs some tongs with their hands and give it to me, and it's got sauce on it. I'm not eating. So I appreciate it.
I mean, that's fair, but at the same time, it was. I'm glad he did it just because it was funnier. And the camera, I must have done something with my hands at that time that made the camera focus in.
We gotta keep away from some of these hand gestures.
I know. I wonder what this does. Nothing. Okay, good. That's good. All right, good. Very good.
We are now censored.
It happens. It happens.
We're an adult show.
Yeah, it happens. All right. So I'm sorry for interrupting. That was too much. So everybody's okay. Like this comment has come from 4 people. Is Sam okay? That's what everybody wants to know. Is Sam okay?
So definitely. Like I said, Sam had some personal things in his family. I had personal things in my family. Those are big moments. And so how everybody deals with those moments is how they deal with them. I'm not neither here nor there how to handle those kind of moments. So like I said, at the end of the day, we have 2 very capable quarterbacks, and I would not, be disappointed to start either one of these kids. Then they've earned it. Like I said, I keep just talking about just how special it is to have 2 great quarterbacks. It's, again, Sam being 4-2, throwing 38 touchdowns, Josh being 5-1, throwing 38 touchdowns. Pretty darn special group that we've got. And so, like I said, we're blessed to have 2 really good quarterbacks. Obviously, again, Sam has been there, done that. Josh is a rookie. I'm absolutely just so thrilled about what we've been able to do with Josh this year, just how much he's wanted to be great. And that's, like I said, that's an important thing. Obviously, Sam's been there and done that. He's been in more of these bigger moments. So you're always going to give the edge to the experience. Sam will be back. All right.
There you go. There's your answer.
So right. he will be
back.
Stop
texting and DMing me. I don't know.
And again, would Sam obviously have the nod against Josh in the playoffs? Absolutely. So still got to come in, you still got to go through the process, still got to earn it. But again, obviously Sam is the guy that's a little bit more ready for these moments. He will be back. We talked plenty while I was gone in Asia. So all is well. All is good. It's all of our personal things have gone through. Everything's ready, and everybody's just dialed in, ready for the playoffs. So we'll get ready to go for the semifinals.
All right. So like Father Flocker, first world problems, Sam or Josh. I mean, I guess that's the thing is, as much as a lot of people looked at, oh, you're the best. I love Shelby. I love Arsenal Reserve. Give it up for Arsenal Reserve, everybody. Before I get serious about this question, how about special delivery Mike? Why does Bowick get all the buckets for himself? Have you seen him? Go take him. Right. Mike, go take him. Go ahead, take a bucket. Go ahead.
Right.
I don't know if you can. I'm good, thank you though. But
I do. I do.
All right, Coach says I have to talk because I'm fat. I can't chicken wings.
Wow.
I see how you are. I see how it's fat shaming. lost 70 pounds just to be fat. No, but I'm saying, like, have you seen Bowick? Bowick can have what Bowick wants. Hell, I'll deliver his wings. Bowick looked like you put some shoulder pads on him, you're gonna hurt somebody. That's what's up over there. In the beginning of the year, we found out going into the season that a couple of the guys were going to the the outdoor league. Mm-hmm. Josh steps in, plays great, whatever. This is that's the blessing in disguise. We all look at it as a challenge that you have to address. You look at it as an opportunity for the future, and it's paid off in triplicate.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Is if guys aren't playing, you don't know what you got. I really can't evaluate a guy more than about 50-60% in practice. So there is the
Ray just found out Bowick was here, by the way. Ray just found out. Blue cheese or ranch, Coach?
Ranch.
Yeah, that's wow.
So that that, like I said, that's where we are. Is you got to play guys to know what you got, and so it going into week number 1 against Minnesota. Sam gets an opportunity, and those are the opportunities we've always wanted him to get those opportunities, and so it was a complicated time because I literally had just traded away Rob the day before,
right?
So it was, yeah. but at the end of the day, I what do you do? I'm definitely not going to tell Sam, oh, don't go on opportunity. No, go enjoy. Let's this is what we do this for. So obviously.
We're about to lose coach. I'm gonna need an assistant coach for a bit. Bowick, you might step in.
So that's the point. So Josh did a phenomenal job, and I can't say enough of having a young man that's thrust into a job that maybe that he didn't think he would have, and then getting him ready to go, and then starting off the season 4-0. It's a special thing, and so like I said, I absolutely. Have enjoyed my time working with Josh. He's only going to get better and better. So again, the future is bright. I honestly think that this will be Sam's year to get an opportunity, in an outdoor league. So at the end of the day, I think he, if he can get into a camp, he will have plenty of chances of making a roster. And so it would be the next guy up. And so having Josh already here is a wonderful thing. Just super excited at what we can do with him and get him developed and maybe see him walk away at some point in the near future and get an opportunity outside. So all those things are really cool. Did we know exactly what we had when we started? Like I said, Josh did a phenomenal job in training camp of beating out Rob, and it's a guy with a year of experience with all the throwing 15 touchdowns and all the things that Rob did and no intercept. Like that's a lot to come from behind and catch up, and just did a great job. And just somebody that I know, called me every day. Hey, coach, let's do and spend all day together. Then want to Zoom at night. And again, I love that, and so. Was super excited once the game started again. There's going to be some struggles, and so just the ups and downs of all of that. He just did a great job. Obviously Sam has been there, done that. Sam's in his 6th season. Sam has won a couple championships. So like I said, it's in the big moment. Obviously Sam just has the nod. He's been there, done that in these big, huge moments. And done a great job. And so Sam has been phenomenal for us, obviously no different. So having 2 really, really good quarterbacks that are really good people, really good kids. I mean, again, what you can't ask for anything more as a coach. And I'm super proud of both these kids.
I've seen people, ask about what's going to happen. I've seen people say the phrase that I say in Where We Trust. You're coaching tree, your family tree, your recruiting tree. It's impressive. The wide receivers who have come through this I'm not drunk yet. I just can't talk. I'm excited. The wide receivers who have come through here. I mean, it's just one after another. Great dudes who just catch balls and wreak havoc on the field. So like, I guess that's my number one takeaway from all this is like, as a fan, I often go, well, what are we going to do without? Well, what are we going to do without? Listen, there's only one. What are we going to do without? It's you, in my opinion. And I don't want to take Ray's spot of being your biggest fan. But as long as we got Coach Ware, we're good to go, and we're going to have great players like these guys and great members of the community like these guys. Like I see you all over here. It's Stop you. The Wisconsin. I'm a Michigan fan. That's the reason you don't get any more love because the Wisconsin. You always wear Wisconsin gear. But yeah, just coach, you do a great job. We really appreciate you. I see people say stupid stuff, but I see the smart people say the smart thing. That you do a great job, and I think I wanted to make sure that I got to say it one time out loud. I say it to you all the time, but just we appreciate you. And while I was talking, you could eat one of those wings. I was trying. I was
trying not to see all the sauce and everything.
Oh,
I don't know if it would be. I'd be at a stop if I started. So I'll wait.
All right. So I love it. This is why Mother Flocker is better than Father Flocker. Buy your 2027 season tickets now. I have not heard Father Flocker say that once. Yeah. Tommy Gross is already lining up for the season opener.
Right.
Like he's ready. He's ready to go. This is a lot of people asking about DB3. So what do we know about Dwayne Brown? Do we know anything we can actually say out loud with any kind of certainty?
Like I said, the young man's been banged up all year. It's just been a real unfortunate year for him. It's just medical, obviously stuff that I won't share. If he gets himself healthy enough through the rehab process, and this 2-week bye could have not come for a better time for him. If he can get himself healthy enough to play, obviously we'd love to see him on the field. There's no question about that. You just have to be healthy enough to do it, and that's that's what we've been fighting for all year, is get him to a point where he can be healthy and not just keep re-aggravating injuries and actually play and give us some good quality minutes. So I will follow up with him actually tomorrow. Talk to him a little bit just to see how his rehab. But we talked, again, since I was gone, and just talked about again just the trusting the process of the rehab and not just trying to go over it because you want to hurry yourself back, and sometimes that can be detrimental. So we talked about that a little bit, obviously just slowing it down a little bit and just making sure that we're taking all the right steps and making sure again that we can get a great outcome out of the end of the season.
Father Flocker jumping back in with buy your playoff merch. Yeah, I mean that's available. Go to firebirdsaf1.com, get your playoff merch, and theaf1.com. And Mike, special delivery Mike is on fire today. He's worried Tommy Gross. The season opener could be like around the same time as the WWE event. We're not sure which one you would choose. Thumbs up for thumbs down for WWE, thumbs up for Firebirds. Yeah, there it is. That's what we like. All right. You have a flock elbow? I like it. The dirty bird. DT can drop one on him. Just I actually like when you guys were in Clarksville, when you were playing in Nashville down there, and DT got up on the boards into the bird, and that one fan got a little too close. Too close. I've never wanted to get on a red eye faster than that one right there. Like our guys, man. Our guys.
I keep saying we're a bitter rival, us two, and like I said, just the environment they have there. Against it was a great environment. Like I said, if the game was going to be anywhere other than Albany, that would be the place I would say would be the next most worthy place to have a game that has just a really good fan base that's excitable. They do a lot of cool stuff throughout the game. They're screaming, yelling, cussing. Like I said, it was a true. You're in enemy territory, and I love that feeling. And so, not everywhere can produce that. Like I said, the first time I went to Beaumont, I felt like one of them. I could hear myself breathe on, as I'm calling a play. I'm like, I'm on the headset, talking to coaches. Like the fact that I can hear myself breathe right now is just outrageous to me. It's just I'm not used to this, and so there's a guy.
You've never been fat. As a fat guy, it happens all the time. Like I tie my shoes. I'm like, sorry.
But I was like, I said, there's some fans behind it, like, oh my God, your team is so good. Like, I was like, this is not the environment I'm used to. I'm used to F you, coach.
Right.
So it was kind of odd. And now when we went back to Beaumont the final time, boy, that environment got raucous. That was fun. It there took some wild stuff to happen to get it that going, but no, they showed that they have it in them to get pretty wild and crazy. But Nashville, obviously, again, Clarksville's are just a gorgeous arena. If you haven't been there, and that's why I was super excited. It was a place that I've never played. It is a phenomenal environment. It's a newer building. It's phenomenal. Everything about it was just. It was first class, and so super excited if that's where it happened to be. That's a fun environment for a championship game.
lot of good environments left. I mean, obviously, if I'm sorry, Ray, when we win on August 1st, by the way, if you don't have your tickets yet, Anthony Bisner is the man. He will make sure you don't pay any extra fees. He'll make sure you get the seat you're looking for. Biz is the man. I don't say that lightly. I love torturing him, but he does a great job. That's all there is. Unlike Ben Nelson.
That he does.
Unlike Ben Nelson.
Wow. He does a great job.
Ben's mad because he stole my office fridge, and I'm coming to get it on Friday. That's what Ben and I are fighting over my office fridge.
I love that fridge too. That's nice.
We could talk money. We could talk. I'm unemployed.
Right.
I'm unemployed.
Oh, that's actually funny.
It's you. My kid's over here learning. She's like, Shelby, I'll wait tables. Like dad's poor. Listen, get your tickets. Everything Coach Ware just said about Clarksville, about Nashville, about that team, the Cats. That's
us too.
That's us times 10.
Right.
Like I want to bring back. There was an earlier iteration when we met. It was a different team, it was a different league, and I invented a fan base that a lot of people thought I was out of line doing. I want to bring it back, and I found out that nobody else owns it. So I will say this right now. I am making sure that I own it, and I will make sure the team owns it. But the Pearl Street Bullies are coming back, baby. Like, the Pearl Street Bullies are coming back. And I don't, obviously, modern day, there's bullying and blah, 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 blah. But as a fan, if you ain't bullying the other team, you're not doing your job. That's your job. The Pearl Street Bullies have to do your job, and that's what you guys do better than anybody. And I will tell you right now, I'm on league calls, and they're like, yo, Clarksville's louder than Albany. I'm on calls, they're like, Minnesota is louder than Albany. You guys can't let that happen, because nobody's louder than Albany. I will burst a blood vessel making sure that happens on August 1st. I can promise you that. Poor Brian Radigan, back nine Bri is getting pushed off the field. I'll grab the mic if I have to. I will go old school up in this piece. What are you looking at, Seamus? How dare you? How dare you? Seamus is here. We love Seamus, everybody. Seamus, we miss Seamus. Where the hell you been?
All right, Philly.
How you been? Yeah. That's not the wrestler, Seamus. No. Tommy, you confused him. You scared the hell out of him. All right. Questions from the vlog. Anybody here at the Arsenal Reserve got some questions? I know the guys are here eating. If the guys have questions, we'll take questions from the guys. If you have questions for the fans, I'd love to do that to everybody. Any questions from the flock here in attendance at the Arsenal on 50 Cent Wing Night? Who's coming back off the IR?
Obviously, we don't know yet.
He ain't gonna tell you that.
Guys will be back on Sunday. We'll get our meetings and stuff done on Monday. So you'll find out on Monday afternoon.
You find out on Monday afternoon, Mike. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Worst he could have said was no. It's interesting to me because of my job with the league too. I got to interview Coach Arbet. Of course, I know Coach Walker. You three have like this. It's almost like a triple rivalry thing between the three of you. Is Walker not as high as Arbet on the rivalry chain because the team changed? Or are they right there?
Yeah, like I said, it's tough to change teams and keep kind of a rivalry going. It's like I said, I thought we were building something special, obviously against Billings, and obviously changed to Kentucky, and so that environment changed, different team, different. It takes some time to kind of build that back. I love facing Walker. Obviously, he's a great football coach. He understands the game. He's played at a high level. All those great accolades. So. Always enjoy playing against him, and he's a defensive guy and I'm an offensive guy, so that progression is just real natural. But again, we have a great relationship off the field. Enjoy spending every time I can get with these guys. That's what I love about our league is just having our 2 league meetings every year. We get to come in together and spend time together. We don't normally get to spend time together, so it's great twice a year that we come together. I get to hang out with the coaches and front office people and all those things, and so. Love having, obviously AF1 University is just a phenomenal thing that we do every year. So, like I said, that's how we can build some really, really quality relationships across the league.
Mother Flocker said, thank you to everyone who donated for Flock Support's pet toy toss and treat drive. Yeah, did you see everything? You guys, great job on that.
I seen the picture.
Out of the pits, everything. That was amazing. Great job by that. This one, is Titus still involved with the league? I can answer that better than most. I talked to Steve quite a bit. He's very helpful, but he's focused on his law practice and some other cool things that he's up to. But whenever I need help, he is the first guy to help. So in a way, yes, but not nearly as much as he was with Billings. Any other questions here from the flock? Not Mike. He's spent. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's writing something right now. Will you slap his phone out of his hand, please?
You know it's coming.
It's coming too. It's just a matter of who he's coming after. Here we go. Chris Sipperly. Coach, thoughts on the Nest Award Show? I'm sorry, I meant to tune in to Flock U next Wednesday. He did his award show. When you see the guys get recognized.
I watched it while I was gone. Like I said, anytime we're giving these young men accolades and giving them, things to be proud about, obviously I'm all for those things. So, but I actually liked, again, just watching the show and just how you did it and the guys that you picked. I thought you did a great job where it was, definitely, the people that you couldn't really argue against. And so had some really great kids that have done some great things over the course of the year. And so, like I said, I thought you guys did a great job of just piecing it together, putting together the clips, all those things. So if you haven't watched the Nest and their award show, go check it out. It's pretty cool. A lot of young men getting some accolades that they obviously deserve. And so that's important. Now, I
didn't watch it. Who got Coach of the Year? I didn't see it. Was it?
Yeah, Coach Jeff LeBeck.
Oh,
but the league awards are coming up, and so,
I read somewhere online I was the quarterback. Actually,
I know I saw that too. So, all right, warm your arm up. Get the liability.
No, wishbone. Wishbone. We're gonna shoot you all day.
But obviously, the league awards are coming up. Those are the very important ones where it's from your peer. Those are the ones that obviously are the most important, and so. Definitely, Darian Towns going to be up for an MVP award for sure. Had a phenomenal season. So I mean, he's tops in I think 3 of the 4 categories. I think Honeycutt's got him by like 40, 50, 60 yards, but that's the only thing that he's got him in. Just had a phenomenal season. Just being, again, he's just been a warrior. Just going through all the bumps and bruises.
And his helmet stayed on this year.
And
that's a win. That's a win.
Yeah, we definitely needed that after last year. But again, just he should be another long list of MVPs that we've had around here, and I hope that he wins it. So that's the hard thing about the league is when the awards go out is we can't vote for our own players. So I have to fill out my complete ballot with nobody on my own team, and so. Yeah. You have to leave it up to other people that may or may not study the games very, very well.
What's that?
You're going home.
Shelby, you can't leave. All right. So everybody give it up for Shelby. Great hostess here at Arsenal Reserve. What's that? What'd you hear?
And thank you, Ari, and all the crew that's here helping us. Thank you guys for popping out. Hope to see you soon.
All right, she didn't want to do that, so that's all the more reason to come back on Wednesdays to get 50-cent wings as much as humanly possible at Arsenal Reserve. These are like we talk about tickets and stands and stuff like that.
There goes the camera again.
Oh, who did it? Was it me? Hold on.
I don't know. You got to be careful with hand gestures.
I know, but this is fine. I don't understand it. Shouldn't this be something? Like, shouldn't it? Mike said I'm a lock for Modus of the Year, so I feel like
there should be an award for that.
There's only one, so and I've learned it's actually I believed myself on that one because now it's like, oh, this is another thing. No. And everything that's not defined by the title of the person is now coming to me.
I get it. I get it, but you know what? You just whatever the title that we get, we want to be great at it. And you did a great job.
Titles are traps. Thank you.
Modus is that's it. One of the best names I've heard in a long time, and you've wore that crown quite well.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Coach Fisher is supposed to be halftime of the HTN and YouTube and Vice shows this week. Hey, Fish, Kamish, How about you get back to me? Okay. How about you set up a schedule? Let's go. All right. All right. Well, listen, everybody, we really appreciate you. Make sure you get plenty of wings. Make sure you get plenty of beverages. Be safe. Be safe. We love you guys. We need you. But make sure you get your tickets for August 1st, 4 p.m. at the MVP Arena. We don't know who we're playing yet, but we know that we want to make it as uncomfortable as humanly possible. You know, we're playing the loser. That's who we're playing.
Friends, relatives, co-workers, get them to a game. If you get them to a game, they'll come back. And that's how we build this thing back up is we need some new, fresh blood. So, again, somebody that you know that has never been to a game. Target
or
those
hasn't
people,
been in a while.
You know, or hasn't been in a while. Let them come experience this great game that we've got, and we'll make them fans for life.
I was just a little flock exclusive right here. You guys ready? Exclusive right now. Biz just told me. Flash sale tomorrow. There's going to be a flash sale. So tomorrow, be ready to get your tickets. If you haven't got them yet, tomorrow there will be a flash sale going on. Biz will have all the details. We'll make sure you guys are hooked up. I will say this, like, that dude loves being busy. So make sure he's busy. Literally. Like that dude can't sit still. Like ADHD has him. So make sure you're ready to call. Tell everybody to get their tickets tomorrow during the flash sale. What's that? I can't hear Mike back there, but he's saying something terrible. He's saying something terrible. He is saying something terrible. All right. How about a round of applause for the Arsenal Reserve and the staff here? You guys are amazing. How about the flock? You guys always represent.
Good job.
Your Albany Firebirds. These guys are great. He's your head coach. He's your general manager of the Albany Firebirds. The professor of Flock University, Damon Ware. I am Modus. I'm Jeff Lebeck.
See? You lose your job, man. You get real popular.
I know where it is. I just don't have it anymore. It's whatever. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We love you guys so much. Don't forget, every Wednesday is 50-cent wing night here at the Arsenal Reserve, right next to the Watervliet Arsenal. Great people. Let's pack this place. We packed the MVP Arena. Let's pack this place. People who support us deserve to be supported, and we really appreciate you. But we know that we cannot end class without those two simple words. 1, 2, 3. Flock you.